What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another Clash Royale video. Now, before we actually get into things right here, of course the gameplay is already in the background, but I do want to give a huge shout out to this guy right here named Jason. He shot me an email and sent me this gameplay because him and his friend actually got every single tower on the field, all three on each side, so all 6 towers to 1 hit points exactly. Now, about a week or two ago, me and Eclipse uploaded a video where we tried to do this exact same thing. We went into a friendly battle and we tried to get the towers as low as possible. Now, that video me and Eclipse uploaded did extremely well. Right now, my video has over 800 likes. So since you guys enjoyed that one so much, I thought you would enjoy this gameplay right here, and we're going to check out how these guys actually managed to get every single tower to 1 hit points exactly. Now, he did mention that some of their cards were lower level and not at the cap, so they are both level 9s. You need to have both level 9 towers, and you need to replicate almost the exact same thing that they're doing right here, as long as you have the exact same troop levels. I'm not exactly sure what their arrow and their fireball and zap spells were, but their giant right there, as you can see, is level 6. They're throwing down some arrows at the giants, they're throwing some fireballs at the giants, and they're kind of just letting the towers take them out and letting the giants get a few hits in. They also have some rockets and some lightning spells that they're dropping on these towers. These guys went full force and actually calculated all of this damage, or at least they tried it over and over until they figured out what was going on. But right there, he threw a fireball at the tower and the giant, dropped that tower to 1 hit points on the dot. So that tower is as low as it can go. That is the first tower to drop to 1 hit points. Now they're working on the other ones right now. That guy just dropped a lightning spell on the right tower, and he has a giant walking towards it at the same time. He went ahead and threw some arrows at it to try to knock down the hit point, so it didn't get off more shots than it was supposed to. But there's also a giant going down the left lane. He's going to hit it with a fireball to knock down the health just a little bit. These guys, I have no idea how they figured this out. How would they figure out that you need to hit the fireball, or you need to hit the giant with the fireball to make sure it does the exact amount of damage? So much props to these guys. This probably took a while to recreate. If you do want to do this, just make sure you have the same card levels. I wish I could tell you what level their spell cards are, but I can't. So I don't know, maybe just assume they're max for maybe the level 6 rares. So if you think you have the same card levels as them and you are level 9, go ahead and do a friendly battle with your friends and do the exact same thing these guys are doing. They already have every single tower down to 1 hit point exactly. There are 4 towers with 1 hit points on the field right now, and now they're working on the king tower. But since you can't get a giant to the king tower without destroying one of the other towers, they're just cycling through their cards. They did their calculations, they know exactly what to drop in what specific order, and they're ready to knock down this king tower to as low as it can go. If you guys can do this to your towers and get every single one down to 1 hit points, I said this in the collab with Eclipse when we tried to do it with each other. I said make sure you guys take a screenshot of your best effort and tweet it at us on Twitter, and a lot of people did. They got really close, but I didn't see anybody actually get every single tower down to 1 hit points until this guy emailed me the other day. I asked him if I could use the gameplay. He sent me the recording, and here we go. So huge shout out to that guy. I don't know any of his social medias because he did email me, and I don't have his Twitter or anything like that, but huge shout out to Jason if you are watching. And of course your friend Laser. I know it probably took a while to do all these calculations, and this looks awesome. But now I'm going to speed things up a little bit because at this point they're just dropping spells on each other's king tower. Like I mentioned earlier, there's no way to get a troop or a giant all the way to that tower over there. So you have to use spells to knock it all the way down to 1, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're throwing some arrows, they're throwing some zaps and some poison spells. I have no idea how they calculated all this. Me and Eclipse tried to do it during our collab, and it took way too long, and we just kind of gave up counting. But these guys did an awesome job. They're getting really close to finishing this off. The towers are going down extremely quick. I decided to speed up the gameplay a little bit. But again, if you guys have the same troop levels as them, maybe I'll shoot an email back to them and ask them what their troop levels are. So check the description below. If they do get back to me in time, I'll put all that information in the description below. So if you guys have those exact same card levels, you can try this with a friend and send me a screenshot on Twitter. My Twitter is in my overlay if you check out on the screen right now. Just follow me on there at JewishLewis. But now that I just rambled on for a few minutes, we're going to go back to the gameplay, and these guys actually managed to get their king towers all the way down to 1. The tower at the top is at 1 and the bottom is not, but in a few more seconds he's going to drop a few more spells, and there it goes right before time runs out. They did this with 10 seconds to spare. They dropped that final tower to 1 hit points, and they managed to get every single tower to 1 hit points exactly. That was crazy impressive. Shout out to these guys once again. But that's going to wrap up this video. If you guys did enjoy this, make sure you smash that like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. That's going to be it for me today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Expect the Until Dawn Part 5 coming out in about 30 minutes after this upload. You guys are loving that series. Thank you so much. If you haven't checked out that series, make sure you do. I am using a face cam in that. A link will be on your screen right now and in the description below. But that's it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Yo.